Oh, that's my mic on, all that. Turn this down though. Oh, that's my mic on. Let me see. All right, let me. My screen keep turning blue when I keep going up there. All right. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Nick, what the deal? Okay, Queen Patty, didn't I talk to you on YouTube? How are you? Did you leave a comment about being a moderator? Was that you? I need to make sure. I wasn't sure if that was the name or not. Welcome, 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 welcome. Everybody, welcome. I'm saying everybody like it ain't just two of y'all right now, but what's good, my good peoples? Can y'all hear me? Oh, that was okay. It was you. Cool. Yeah. Let me see where we at. Where we at? Wagwan, wagwan, wagwan. Nick, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Feeling good today. Got a little work to do later on. Did a little work this morning. Got some work to do later on. I got to head to the studio at about 5. Go handle some other business. And but I good. I want to go live. I want to go earlier, but I was getting some stuff done, so I'm getting around to it now. I'm good though. I can't complain, man. I ain't gonna front. I can't complain. Let me see. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you, Miss Momo. I appreciate that. Is that Momo? Is it Monica? That's love, man. Thank you. I'm trying to stay creative, staying busy. You know what I mean? So getting in these many spaces of trying to be creative. But the most important thing, though, I'm having fun. I think with me, like whether it's cameras, whether it's content creating, YouTube, I'm having fun. You know what I mean? Hey, Monica, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Yeah, that's the most important thing. I'm having fun. So, it's kind of cool doing this YouTube thing, trying to figure it all out. I'm having a good time though. I can't front. How y'all feeling out there? Yes, sir. I appreciate that. I was a little clown. Always joking and clowning around. Let me see. Where are my topics at? So I got some topics I want to talk about in a minute. We're gonna deal with some things. That's a good topic too. Just put this in the topic thing. Hey, I wish I could have got up. I was up this morning. I mean, for those who was on the AM Wake Up with Rios, I dropped the phone call in there. Nick, I don't know if he was in there or not. I dropped the phone call. Just shout out to Peoples and shout out to Rios. And I wanted to go. I wanted to kind of go right after him, but I didn't get a chance to. I had to get some work done. So I got back at the house too late. And once you settle down and settle and everything, then I was trying to go through some topics, going to social media, and I have some topics put to the side that I want to talk about on my on this live. So this is me just now, kind of getting around to it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm. Let me see. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Blessing to you too. I'm good. I'm golden. I can't front. I'm good. You know what I mean? I have my days. I have my days where I'll be like, you know what I mean, just like out of character, like down. And I've been down, but my I'll say for like the last 2 or 3 years, it's been a mix of how I've been feeling. I've been up and down, dealing with life stuff, but I've been trying to fight that other down part. You know what I mean? Just trying to be up mostly and mainly because I'm alive. So it ain't nothing better than that. And I'll be fighting that. You know what I mean? I know a lot of y'all deal with that, whether it's depression, stress, worried about things you can't control. I really gotta really, hone in and dealing with that. So I appreciate, people ask me how am I doing? Hope you're good. Hope you're cool. Hope you're fine. All that stuff. I do appreciate that because, for us, man, it'd be a battle. Like, you know what I mean? And sometimes we only show our smile face, that always good face out in public, or how the common phrase of like when somebody asks you, "Are you good?" You be like, "Yeah, I'm good," but you don't be good though. You know what I mean? Mm. Shout out to everybody falling through the chat. Tafashe. Shout out to everybody falling through the chat, man. I see y'all here. Tafashe. Nick was here A1, day one, you know what I mean, from the beginning, you know what I mean? Um, I appreciate y'all falling through though. Let me see. I believe, man, it's hard. Even. Yeah, it is. I mean, it is. It's hard to keep up. Um, yes, it's hard. It's hard, but this we gonna do though. So I think like I was talking to Rios about this, about like it's cool, live streaming is cool, right? But I think most important thing when I talk about community, the reason I put so much emphasis on community is because you want to have a core structure of people who are uplifting and encouraging to each other. We gonna joke and we gonna clown, so we gonna get all that in, right? So we have a good time. We gonna laugh, joke, clown, but most importantly, we need to always make sure we're all good. That's what my community I'm trying to build. That's the community Rios has built, and it's still building, right? So we're big on that. We're big on positive, super dope community, uplift each other, get some gain from each other, resource to one another. It's like building our family. So I base my I won't let my account, my page, my channel, whatever, get caught up in like the messiness of what's going on in the internet. Like we'll cover certain topics. Um, but even when we do cover a certain topic, it may be messy or not, but we're going to do it in a way where it's respectable and hopefully somebody learn from it. Because I'm learning as I'm talking to y'all, going over things and dissecting things myself, and it's a process. So yeah, you know what I mean. I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm having a good time. But I think if you build the community where it's respectable, it's encouraging, it's uplifting, then the community can take care of itself. You know, even when it comes to like moderators and stuff, I understand the use of moderators and how they make sure they on a first of all they ride and they ride always ride, but they on a point with how the chat is run and how to conduct yourself in case we get people to come in like bugs, bots, and all kind of stuff like that, and then make sure it's handled. But also to make sure that the core of this chat is good character. Most importantly, good character. You know what I mean? That's how we. You know what I mean? That's how we moving. Let's see. You got so Queen Patty. You got a wrench on my I'm looking on my YouTube live on my phone right now. You wrenched up. Yeah, you do. You got a wrench. You wrenched up. Yeah, for sure. Good. You see what I'm saying? Tafashe. You see what I'm saying? Good character. That's what this is about. Good character. We build in those kind of spaces, right? Because we need to. If here's the thing, if you're dealing with something in life and it's tough, right? Like I said, you can be stressed about something, family situation, work, all kind of things be on you throughout the day. You need to be able to. This has to be a safe space where you can come into this space, kick your shoes off, and have a good time. You know what I mean? People acknowledge you. They speak. You can get some good game. Like I said, we learn from each other. We laugh. We you know what I mean? We enjoying ourselves. And when you leave this space, you can leave this space better than when you came because this is the environment we're trying to build. A good community. When you leave here, you leave feeling good. You know what I mean? So I think that's the most important part of this community. Appreciate that. Dope. I think people are tired of the negative. Don't get me wrong. Look, so just like there's like the craziest of Tubi films or Zeus Network or Housewives of wherever, right? Just like there's crazy shows and networks like that where that's going to promote the BS. You have good content and good TV, and good programs if you know where to look for it. And if you consume yourself in those spaces of just like all negative, it's going to affect you eventually. People don't think that's real. They watch these networks, they intake all this stuff, whether it's the music, killing all day, and then the TV, women fighting, men arguing, fighting, and being all messy, and then you're in the shade room and you're on all of whatever the hottest social media pages, and you start to take that in, and you start to notice that your own attitude about anything changes. Your ideas change. You've become a part of the echo chamber that is of that society, right? It's like a society inside a society. So you got to watch that. You know what I mean? You got to be mindful of that. And yes, please like, and if you're new here, subscribe. Like and subscribe. Why not do both? You feel me? Like, why not like and subscribe? Like, you know what I mean? Do extra today. Do a liking and a subscribing. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Cause you're welcome to come on in, kick your shoes or have a seat, kick your feet up. Somebody come bring you a drink in a minute, right? We don't do too much alcohol here. I'm not saying that y'all don't do alcohol here. I don't drink personally, but I'm not saying we can't do alcohol, but we don't do too much. We don't go crazy on alcohol here. You feel what I'm saying? We're gonna get you some good, nice mocktails. You know what I mean? Or, I have a Moscow. Sometimes I have a Moscow mule every once in a while. That's like as far as I go. And I'm like two max of those. And I'll be like, all right, babe, I'm done. Like I tell my wife, like, all right, that's it for me. Like, you know what I mean? I'm super lightweight. I used to drink when I was younger. You know what I mean? That's not my ministry no more. You dig me? So yeah. Lord Racer is definitely in the building. What the deal? Man, it's really good to see y'all coming through, man. It's really good to see y'all in the building today. I'm gonna get to these topics soon. Just make sure I say what's up to everybody. You know what I mean? You feel me? You feel me with the mocktails? You know what I'm saying? you know, I just want to say what's up to everybody first, and we'll get into it. But make sure everybody good and relaxed. You know what I mean? Walk around, meet some people. You know what I mean? Mingle a little bit. Go meet somebody. Go meet somebody you didn't pull up with. Say what's up to somebody. You know what I mean? That's the kind of environment we're building here. We're conducting here. It's gonna be a good space. And shout out to anybody new that's in the building. Anybody new that you may come in, you may peek your head in a little bit, whatever. Come on. You're welcome. Come on in. Come on in. You know. Hilarious. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? I'm glad you. I'm glad. Look, I call it elevation. You know what I mean? I'm glad you peeped it though. From Mollywood to Mocktail. You feel me? Because when it was Mollywood, it wasn't mocktails. You know what I mean? The whole mock was off. You know what I mean? The whole mock part was off. So now we mocktailing it up. Good refreshing drink. Got a little sweetness to it, not too sweet. You know, And we might could do a little jalapeno mocktail if that's your thing. You know, my wife liked the little jalapeno little drinks. I forgot the different kind of drinks, whatever. But sometimes I like the little kick. But majority of the time I don't like the kick. And for extra side notes about myself, something you learn about me, a couple things. Let's get the embarrassing stuff out now, right? Let's get all the embarrassing stuff out now. Let me tell you who I am really to the core. I am. I don't like horror movies. I don't care. I don't care if you're judging me. I don't care what you feel about that. I don't care if you say, "Hey, man, look, you scared, you missed out on. Oh, you didn't see you didn't see the what you call it in part two of the." Not doing none of that. Mm-mm. None of the movies y'all been seeing have been super crazy, and the people run out the theaters and passing out. I'm not doing none of that. I don't do horror at all. I'm cool. All of them. Don't give me the old. I don't need the true stories. The back in the day, this old house, there was a family that was here one time, and then the such. Not doing that. None of them. Movies about like toy dolls and stuff. Not doing that. That's out. Look, not doing that. I I don't care. Judge me. Judge me all you want. Judge me all you want. I'm not doing that. That's out. Just give you some information about myself that you might not know. You know what I mean? That phone call was loud. Um, yeah, not. Let me see. You know what? I never liked them. Now, I obviously saw a couple of scary movies coming up because you got to find out if you like something or if you're built for something, right? And it only took a couple of movies to realize, oh, this ain't for me at all. And then I made sure I saw one or two in my adult life to be like, oh yeah, I remember that this was never for me, and I'm never doing these again. Period. I'm not doing it. Not. I'm cool. You know, I got a movie chat with some of my homeboys. Right, we dropping movie links and TV shows in there and stuff like that. They had to make a separate movie chat because I refused. Me and one of my friends, a good friend of mine, who's a celebrity too, but I can't say his name because he might not want people to know about the horror movie stuff. But because of me and him, they don't put the horror movies in that chat. They made a separate horror chat for them. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing no trailers. I'm not going to accidentally hit no trailer and then all of a sudden be dreaming about the 5 minutes I just watched. Not doing that. That's out. Nah. Yeah, I don't need too many times to figure it out. Not doing that. Not doing that. Yeah, nah. What else? Oh, here's another thing about me that maybe it's common to a lot of people, but me, I can't get with it. I don't eat spicy food. I don't. I love y'all, but I don't care if you judge. No, I love y'all. I do, but I don't care if you judge though. I'm not doing spicy food. That's out. Yeah, yeah. Boo me all you want. Boo me all you want. I'm not doing that. I'm not. And here's the look. I don't judge though, so I'm not mad at you or whoever for eating all the spicy food, the super hot stuff, the extra hot sauce, super uh, extra heavy jerk season. I'm not. None of those. I'm not doing that. I don't need the kick. Sometimes people need the kick, like a little kick. Sometime I guess, but nah, really nah. That's not my ministry either. Don't do spicy. Mm-mm. That too. And don't mean to discuss y'all, but I am going to say this. But I'll say it low, right? So it won't bother y'all like that because we're all grown here. I also don't like the exit of spicy food. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. That's out. No. Oh no. First of all, well, here's the thing about. Okay, let me tell y'all something else about me. And I'm not okay. The chicken come with a bunch of pieces, right? The breast pieces aren't the ones I'm reaching for. And I know maybe a couple of y'all only are in here, but do y'all understand what I'm like? I don't do typically. I'll say typically because most times I ever had breast from chicken, it's dry. I'm not a fan of like the dry chicken breast. I'm not that guy. And so I understand if y'all like slathering hot sauce all over it. Though I wouldn't do it because I'm not the chicken guy. I'm sorry, I'm not the breast guy on the chicken. But yeah, I'm a thigh, wing, leg guy. Every other piece, but the breast, I'm not doing that. Too dry. I mean, I'm saying, though, like, and really though, everybody should agree with us. I feel like you and I are the most right. Like, I know it's not a right and wrong thing, but I feel like you and I are the most right. That is really the only correct answer. You know what I mean? Better at what? Pollo Loco better at what? uh, my bad. I'm looking for something. Yeah, no, I can't do too much. Yeah, so that's a couple of things you learned. A couple of things you learned about me. Well, I'll give you one more too. So we did the no horror movies. That's absolutely out in no shape or form. Am I doing that? That's out. Right? Spicy, but 99% of spicy food, I'm not doing it. There may be a little kick on something. That may be the 1%, right? But I'm not asking for the spicy. If it's got the word spicy in front of it, I'm not asking for it. I have to taste something to be like, oh, that has a kick to it that I can do. Cool. But I'm not ordering anything that says spicy something. I mean, that's spicy in front of you. I mean, I'm not doing that. Right. So we learned that I don't like horror movies. I don't like spicy food. Um, what you may not know about me is, and it's a small fact, it's not a big deal. What you since we're learning each other, right? We're getting to know each other better. What I my favorite genre of music is not rap music. My favorite genre of music is R&B and soul. I don't know if you knew that. I love hip hop. I'm a student of hip hop, raised in hip hop, and will be hip hop till I die. But my absolute favorite um, genre of music is R&B and soul. And you guys better be lucky that God didn't bless me with the gift of song from the voice. Be absolutely blessed. Just be thankful for that because I would literally get on your nerves. It is what it is. I would get on your nerves because I would sing all the time. I'm just being honest. And I feel like there's a good foundation of trust here that we're building if I start off honest. And I'm just being honest. Be thankful that I can't sing because I would annoy you. I wouldn't even, why talk? Look, why talk in a regular voice if you could sing? I would sing everything. I would sing everything. For real. Oh, take the glasses off. Get a little dark in here in my room. It really is an underrated superpower. It really is. Like, I don't understand why would you even be anything else? Do you know the world would be a better place if we all could sing? Like, if you think about that, if we all could sing, like, what is there to be mad at? Like, what could we be beefing about if you and I could sing? What is there to beef about? Absolutely nothing. We wouldn't be beefing about anything because we would just sing and we would sing like the goddess and goddesses we are, and then it would just calm everything down. And then everything would just be acceptable after that. And everybody would just be happy. And then we'll all just be cool. And then it just be love. Could you imagine being mad at me and I just start singing? And you like, hey, brother, don't sing to me. And then after a while, you like, wait a minute. That's calming my soul. You sound like an angel. And I will sing to you, yes, I sound like an angel. And so do you. Now sing, right? And then I give you the gift of song, right? Could you imagine a world that does that? I know my imagination is a little crazy, but imagine that world though. Yeah, that's facts. You feel me? Like who don't want to do that? Like who don't? And thank you for the vote of confidence. You see that? That's the kind of community I'm building. That people will look at me and say, you know what, look, you would be the best singer. I believe in you. I believe if you had the gift of song, you would be the best singer. That's the kind of community I'm building. These people hold you down. You feel me? Hey, but I do want to get into some topics if that's okay and see what y'all think about some things. Let me see. What we going? Oh, you know what? I don't know what I'll deal with first. Oh, let me stop this. Let me stop here. Okay, bam. Stop this. Okay, so let me see. My friends responded to me too. So I'm trying to invite some people in. Gallery Wayne, I was at a gallery. Wait, where you at? Wait, y'all talk to Rios. Where Rios at? Teddy Penderluck. Man, see, that's vision. This right here is vision. Teddy Penderluck, because you know that will be my style. Right, let me see. Let me see. Okay, let me see. Rap beef being over and what podcast should focus on. You know what? All right, yeah, let's get into that. I'm trying to send he might be out and about. I'm trying to send Rios a link to see if he want to jump on with me too. I think he said he somewhere with his family. I'm not sure if he's still in. Okay, I'm not sure if he's still there or not. I'm trying to see. But give me 1 second. Okay. Oh, so yeah, so okay, we'll do that. That's the first topic. We'll talk about the rap beef. Rap beef. You talk about somebody specifically, or just like beefing in rap? like Kendrick and Drake. I think we dealt with the Kendrick and Drake thing. I don't want to deal with the Kendrick and Drake thing. So you mean beefing and rap in general, and podcast focusing on that, or what we talking about exactly? Because I don't want to get you I don't want to misunderstand you. So I know exactly where you know what I mean. Let me see. Right, I just want to be online. Yeah, okay. And the rumor is this is happening next week. Now, you didn't hear from me, but the rumor is that Flocation episode is happening next week. That's just a rumor. You do with it what you will. I don't know. Okay? That is the rumor. That is a rumor. I'm hearing next week. I can't tell you where I heard that from, but that is a rumor. Oh no. I'm not doing none of that. Okay. Let's get to the podcast stuff because I think that's what y'all want to know. See. Shout out to my brother Damani. That's my dog. That's forever my brother. Damani, if you see this online, if you hear this, if you see this anywhere, whatever, I love you, my guy. Never forget it. That's my brother. All right, let me see. So podcast stuff. Yeah, let's get to the podcast stuff. So look, there is um first of all something in the air, right? Yeah. Yeah, so there is a there's something in the air about bro, what you know about that? Wow. House shoe music. Volume 1. Wow. Wow. What you know about that? Tafashe. What you know about that? Um, yeah, so look, there's some in there with these podcasts, right? And I'm not gonna mention anybody's name. I'm just gonna speak in general and you place with what I'm talking about with whoever. That's how we're gonna do this. Cause I'm not the get into it with podcast guys and with this platform won't be the one we going back and forth with podcast. We're not doing none of that, right? But I will speak my mind as to the climate and what I've been seeing lately, right? Now, the overall podcast, the world of podcasts is a very, very big world. So I don't want to confuse that confuse what's going on with a couple of podcasts out here that's the majority because it's not. It's not the majority of the podcast game that is going on. It's it's a couple of podcasts, not just out here either, but I'll say it's a couple of podcasts or a few podcasts in America that all got some back and forth going, good or bad, right? And I'm peeping the climate is kind of like everything's how do I explain it? So kind of like no gloves. I mean, gloves off, kind of, where we gonna get down, right? It's like it's like it like no matter what's to be talked about, no matter what happened, no matter how violent, no matter how personal, no matter how it will affect maybe somebody's bottom dollar, because a lot of the podcasts are still new in the space. I don't mean new like the last year or two. I mean new as far as like the last 5 or 10 years, right? Um, which, if you think about it, building a business, that seems like a long time, but not in the grand scheme of like, you know what I mean? Not even in the 2000s. We're in 2025, right? So I think a lot of people are. I think the content over everything motto is a bad motto. It's not a dead motto because people are doing it and actively moving in that space, right? But it can't be content over everything. It can't because everything is everything, right? I can't, me as Luck, I can't subscribe to content over everything when I have a wife and kid because eventually something's going to be jeopardized in that space. Even if it's nothing that specifically has to do with my wife and kid. But I can put myself in a position to now I can either get banned on podcasts, get my page taken down, my YouTube page taken down, flagged, or I can get into some real street stuff with some other street cats, and then it go from podcasting to street stuff. And then now my family is going to suffer in that kind of way. But it all will end in suffering in some kind of way. I don't believe, I don't believe that it can sustain. Yes, there's some people who are making a killing being messy, gossipy, rumory, all that stuff. Like there's people out here, making a killing. But I still don't think it can sustain. So if you tell me, well, such and such been on, yeah, he had his podcast for, it's been 10 years now. And I'm like, yeah, let's see if it'll make it another 10. Right? Because what happens is eventually these things start showing up to your front door. Right? If we're talking about certain specific situations, which I won't, but I'll talk around some things. The street's been saying y'all should stop talking on a podcast. If you're going to talk about street stuff, if you're going to go on a podcast to just talk about whatever, all right, that's cool. But you should not be discussing hood business with these companies. And they're companies, essentially. I don't care if you went to the homie house who has a podcast. If he's getting money from it, that's a business, which in turn could be a company. So I don't think you should be moving in a certain kind of way where you're talking this kind of stuff on podcasts. Yes, the big story is you should be doing crime anyway. But I'm not trying to preach that to y'all. That's a whole other topic for another day. But you shouldn't be on these podcasts, on these interviews, talking about the things you're talking about. Because when reality shows up, now we have a situation that just recently happened where people aren't necessarily getting locked up because of podcasts. I don't want to get that confused. They're not getting locked up because of podcasts, but a lot of the things that were said on podcasts are now contributing to cases federally. You dig what I'm saying? And that's not good for nobody. It's not good because people are fighting for their lives, essentially, fighting to be free. The families of these people will suffer the other way, right? And and here's the thing: for the people who aren't going through those problems, who have very serious issues, you also don't want to be the podcast. I don't. Me and Rios don't. I can speak for me and Rios. We've had this conversation, so I can speak for Rios. You also don't want to be the pod who, I don't want to get confused when I say this, but cashes in on all these situations, on all the street stuff that's just going down right now. Now, one would tell me that, well, that's the game, right? We got to get followers and content. That's how we make our money. More views. It's a hot topic right now. Of course, people will want to hear my thoughts on such and such going to jail or such and such going to jail or him or her or whatever. But the whole time, I'm like, yeah, but a bunch of people just went to jail and all these are open cases. And the feds are now showing up to people's businesses looking for more evidence or people talking on these podcasts. which essentially puts you in it. Now, you don't have to agree with me on what I say, right, about putting you in it. But if if the feds ever knocked on my door to go through my files to get an interview that I did with somebody, well, I know that he was discussing an open case or a crime that just haven't been arrested, somebody haven't been arrested for. If I consciously knew that, which most podcasters know exactly what's going on the other side of that camera, then that makes me a part of what just happened. If they pull evidence and use it in court and have me sitting across the table from some idiot and playing that video in court, that looks crazy. Yeah, so nah. Me, that's not, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing it. And also I'm not with the podcast wars back and forth because the people who aren't podcasters, they're just laughing at everybody, right? They're laughing at both parties. They just laughing at y'all because y'all look crazy. Um, and make some content. That's technically not content. If I just keep responding to somebody that's responding to me, which sounds crazy, right? Eventually, nobody knows who started first. And then you're getting away from making content. The people, in my opinion, I could be wrong about all this stuff, but the people will eventually get tired of seeing the same recycled programming. The same recycled kind of, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, nah, not me. You feel what I'm saying? Not me. I don't want to be. Shout out to GFS Blackout, just fell in the building. Yeah, 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 yeah. Um, yeah, I don't. I'm just like, I want to make content. You know what I would look when if I got a guest or if I'm speaking on something, a topic, something like that. I want people to be like, "Yo, that was dope," or "I didn't think about it that kind of way." Can y'all hear me? I got the mic laid down. I don't feel like picking it up, but can you hear me clearly? Hope so. But I don't want to be. I don't want to be the podcast you come for waiting to see if I'm going to respond to somebody who just cursed me out on their podcast, or you gonna see who said that dude said f luck and whatever, and which you want to respond, and you going I don't want to be that guy. You know, I don't. When you leave here, I want you to be like, that was either funny, great conversation, or damn, that's a dope perspective. I didn't look at it like that, or you feel challenged, that you maybe even feel challenged to challenge me, which is fine. You tell me, look, you're wrong, bro, and here's the facts about that situation. I stand corrected. Or yeah, I was wrong about that. My bad. I misquoted or whatever. I can apologize and move on, right? But I don't want you here just because I'm arguing with another podcast and we fighting with another company online. You know what I mean? I don't want that to be a thing. I don't want. I don't want to be in a space where I'm known for that. Because I'm gonna do. Here's the thing: I'm not only doing live streams. I want to create. I want to create videos. I still love cameras and photography. I'm going to do some photography stuff. I'm going to do some vlogging. I got an idea about a vlog I'm going to do with my wife, even though she don't want to be in front of camera. So that's going to take a lot of convincing. But I feel like eventually she might do it anyway. I think it's a great idea, and I think it'll be really good for us to do something artistically and create it together in this space. So I'm trying to convince her to do that. I got an idea for us. And so I want to be in a continuing of creating, just continuously creating, and people come here for that, for great conversations. You know what I mean? For great conversations, for a good insight, perspectives. You know what I mean? Hey, ain't no telling what we talk about, man. We might cry one day. The conversation might get so. Oh, fourth thing about me. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm gonna look dead in the camera and tell y'all the truth. I am a crier, right? I'm not saying that I cry about any and everything. I'm saying that when I feel something about something, or I'm looking at Instagram a video and somebody feels sad about something, or I feel something hit me in the heart, I just feel real good about something, I'll cry. I'm a crier. I'm gonna say it. I'm not embarrassed. You can judge me all you want. Feel how you feel. I am a crier. It is what it is. But but yeah, I don't want to make that kind of, I don't want to do that. I don't want to make those kind of shifts in podcasting, and just because it may be the hot topic and people are getting hundreds of thousands of views, I don't want to follow the blueprint of chasing topics that don't necessarily hold weight to me, right? Because I feel like you guys are also going to know I'm faking it at that point. That I'm not being real to myself on things I want to talk about. It's going to come across as inauthentic. And if I'm not authentic, then what would you be here for? You know what I mean? I know this crowd. I see the conversation y'all have with Rios back and forth, and what y'all talking about in the morning. It's very, very respectable. There's no idiots. Like, you know what I mean? These people who are looking for great content. We can be silly. We can laugh all day long. That's going to be cool. But also looking for great conversation and good content. And I want to be able to provide that. You know. Hey, I do want to switch topics too, if I can, if that's okay with y'all. I kind of want to talk about this Stephen A. stuff. You know, um, Stephen A. For those who don't know, Stephen A. Smith is into it with LeBron James. I'm not sure if LeBron James is into it with him per se, but I think Stephen A. Smith is a little more bothered that he's leading on to believe, for us to believe. You know what I mean? The latest, I know you've seen the news about LeBron approached Stephen A. on the side of court, and Stephen A. went on his tour about what he would have did and what he should have did, and all this old garbage, right? So, so the latest is he LeBron went on Pat McAfee show, and for the first time I think in his career, LeBron started talking a little, not tough, but like a little, like, you know what I mean, like, like one of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? You just start talking like a, you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say without saying it, And he said some things about Stephen A. Like, you know what I mean? How he went on his little Taylor Swift tour. You talk about he don't care that he didn't want to talk about it, but since it went viral, he's going to talk about it. And we all knew Stephen A. Smith was lying. We know he couldn't wait to talk about it. That's his thing. We know that. But I wasn't used to seeing LeBron talking about stuff like that publicly, because LeBron has been very insider private when it comes to how he actually feels about some of that other stuff, like the stuff off the court. You know what I mean? He hasn't been too vocal about that, especially with these analysts. And for him to do that, I know that was a thing. I don't think LeBron is as bothered well, maybe he could be. I could be wrong, right? But I just don't think he's as bothered as Stephen A. Smith is with him. I think that's a narrative that Stephen A. Smith is pushing. But I don't agree. So I think I think both things, Sergio. I think both things should be. I think LeBron, if now LeBron said that wasn't his thing, right? LeBron said it wasn't a thing about the criticism of himself or Bronny. He said it got personal when Stephen A. Smith said, "Come on, LeBron, you're a father. Like you're a father. Like he's like kind of like what me being a father got to do with him being his own individual basketball player. So now you're making it personal. You making it seem like me and my son made a bad decision about where his career going. And to say, hey, you're a father, now you've made it personal. Me, I would have did the same thing. I can't front because you made it personal at that point. And you're right. You haven't been really critiquing Bronny, and for your reason for doing so, I respect it. Right? He said he didn't want to do it because he felt like Bronny wasn't ready for the league, so he didn't want to go see him fully play because now he got to critique him. And if it's going to be bad critique, he don't want to be able to. He don't want to even have to do that because he felt like Bronny wasn't ready. So he don't want to go to a game just to be like, I told y'all so, or I critiqued him when there's learning to be done, right? Like in the G League and all that stuff like that. So I understand what Stephen A. Smith in that aspect, that sense speaking it. But once you say the father part, it's gotten personal. And LeBron was saying, I told him, that's what I checked him about, it being that personal. So Stephen A. gets on a I think it was his podcast. It wasn't even First Take. It was a podcast saying that LeBron is basically full of it and is a liar. He called him a liar. He said that don't mean what that man said it mean, which is crazy because how you gonna tell me what I mean about what I just said? You know what I'm saying? They never liked each other. That could be. It could be. But here's the thing. Yes, that could be a thing. But I also have to take you at your word, right? Um, LeBron, for the first time, see, if there was speculation, if we had to speculate, like we didn't hear from LeBron or whatever, then yeah, for sure. I understand that. But if he spoke out about a situation like this for the first time in his career, then I got to take him at his word. Now, if I find out he was lying later, then all right, well, that might be a thing, right? But Stephen A. said what he said. LeBron said what he said. And then after LeBron did that, Stephen A. talked about how if LeBron would have walked up on him, he would have swung on him. That's out. You ain't doing none of that. You ain't doing. Yo, he said, excuse me, he said he would have swung on him. And then what? Yo, he is out of pocket. You are out of pocket. Stephen A. Smith is out of pocket. For sure. Probably was. Probably was. But see, here's the thing. I already knew I know they don't get down there already. I know they don't like each other. So it's just like somebody telling me, now Skip is a different monster. But if somebody told me, LeBron did that to Skip because, they kind of don't really like each other. But if LeBron did it, you'd be like, I understand. Because Skip been hating on LeBron for years. The minute somebody brought up the father part, personal part with the son thing, LeBron got to walking up on niggas. So, you know what I mean? So there's that, right? I'm just like, and whether right or wrong, it happened. Now, what happens after that is one thing. Stephen A. said he was swung on him. LeBron put up that video of Stephen A. Practicing boxing, which is so funny. It's ridiculously funny. If y'all haven't seen the video with Stephen A., matter of fact, I should have took it from here. I can't even do it. I don't think from here. If y'all ain't seen the video with Stephen A. boxing, man, I don't know what to tell you. It's hilarious. Let me see if I can take it from the page. For the people who haven't, I know somebody in there probably have it, but let me see. He still got it up. Oh, he still got it up too. Let me see. I can't take. Oh yes, I can. But yeah, man. Here's my thing. Here's my ultimate. Okay, my ultimate thoughts on that. First of all, leave Brian alone. Stephen A. Stop talking. Cause LeBron just don't be talking. Just leave him alone. And LeBron, like he already did the video with the boxing, so he seems as if he ain't tripping and he don't care like that. He done turned into a joke because you look crazy because you said you'll swing on him. You know, I would just be like, look, just chill. After let it go. But then again, if you Stephen A. and you just signed a contract for him, what we know is at least it's 100 up. Whew. You got to be feeling high power at that point. You know what I'm saying? You got to be feeling high power. So you probably like, what are you gonna tell me? I'm 100 up. You know what I mean? Let me see. Feels so funny. Oh, come on, man. Let me see. Steven look like it. Let me see. Okay. But for Bronny, would you rather them get into it over you, or let's get back and rip your career from your body? No, I don't see. That's the thing, though. I don't really look at that as they get into it over Bronny. I think that Bronny is a catalyst, right? But once you mention me in that space, now we all are disrespectful because don't now I feel like you're talking to me about my parenting. Now I feel like you literally are talking to me about my parenting. Oh, come on, man, you're a father. Don't do this. You're a father. What you mean I'm a father? So you talking about parenting. Now you know LeBron ain't finna walk to that sideline and hit nobody. You know that ain't gonna happen, right? So you know ain't really no fight. But yeah, nah, I mean, and I'm also not I don't think LeBron is really tripping on criticizing like that. Yes, I think anybody will get used to the whole entire game or the network, maybe not even network, just the system of football and the people that are involved. And outside of that, they may be getting on you. It's very small few to, you know what I mean? I think I said that. Let's see. All right, where's that link at? Let me see. Share media. All right, for those of y'all who haven't seen the Stephen A. Smith video. Let's see. Yeah, make it more free. Yeah, push. Clean up that cut more. Raise them up. Yeah, make it more free. Yeah, push. Yo, that technique is terrible. Let's watch it again. Clean up that cut more. Raise them up. Yeah, make it more free. Yeah, push. Yeah, nah, that's out. That's out. Nah, man. You have lost all your rights to talk about me. All of them. You have lost all your I'm cool. Okay, so it's like, yeah, can I just play it off? Yeah, nah. Steve they out of pocket, man. But I think like I don't think LeBron. Here's my thing. I don't think LeBron. I don't think LeBron should have stepped to him on the sideline. I don't think he should have stepped to him on the sideline like that. I think that could have been. You could have handled it anywhere. I mean, he said he wanted to handle it public, but I don't understand why people be needing that. Like, I mean, I guess to make an example though, I get that. Why people be needing for stuff to be public? Excuse me. Like, and sometimes I think that's ego. Because if you want to apologize to me, I'm not going to say wait till we get around some more people. Because the disrespect was public, so the apology got to be public. Nah, not in every situation, no. Yeah, nah. Nah. Yeah, but Stephen, they got that 100 mil up though. Like I said, that's why he really feeling like that. And he on his high power. You know, I was looking at remove this, whatever. I was looking at wait a minute. Oh yeah, I was checking out if I can kind of switch topics here. Checking out my boy Curtis King TV, right? And Curtis King had the rapper Mick what's my man name? What's his last name? Jenkins. Yeah, Mick Jenkins on his page. I mean on his at his yeah, on his page, whatever. And he made an interesting comment about hip hop media, right? And I thought it was interesting. I want to see what you guys think about this. I'm about to play it, so listen closely. This is Mick Jenkins on hip hop. What do you think about hip hop media and the climate, whatever? I think that's what it is. I think so. I'm sure.
And how this is working out in terms of media, because a lot of media has focused on like the low hanging fruit.
I'm frustrated. I mean, I've rapped it. I definitely rapped it on the Patience. I'm frustrated with hip hop media. While I have my opinions on each of them, I feel that none of them really get into the music and the process and the producers and the process and then at all.
Which is why we care to begin with.
Yeah, like he said, I understand like entertainment. I don't expect that to dominate the conversation, right? The same way we're not actually talking about the art of the basketball dominating basketball conversation, which is what made the JJ Redick and LeBron thing so powerful. JJ Redick and LeBron was really in there talking about pick and roll.
X's and O's.
As beautiful as that was, as beautiful as the comment section on that was, you feel me? That's not going to dominate in media. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have that expectation in hip hop, but I don't hear it at all. Anthony Fantano, as an example, I hear people like him. I was kind of disappointed to hear he reviewed Jiz's album. We're reviewing the music based on what we expected from you. And not based on what you had to give me, and I gave it to you off camera. I was like, that's like you sitting down at a notable chef and being frustrated before you take a bite that there's not something that you expected to be on the plate. Like, oh man, y'all ain't got no beef ribs. It's like, well, no, brother, that's not what I made for you. Now you're going to talk about how the plate isn't what you expected it to be. It's like, I wasn't giving you what you expected.
You ain't got to censor yourself. Say what you said off camera.
So that's one part of it, right? He talked about, which I thought was interesting because I was alluding to that yesterday, but I kind of got off topic a little bit, and I didn't explain it like as well as I would have liked to. What I talked about not yesterday when I was with whenever I was on the pod with Rios. I think that was the day before last. Yeah, it's kind of like it's like music reviewers now. And maybe before also, like you're expecting an album from somebody, right? This is gonna go perfect to the next topic also too. But you're expecting an album from somebody, and in this album, you're bringing all of your like biases, nuances to what you think I should rap like or sound like or who should produce me, right? All of that. And then you're like, you hear the music and then you critique it as just pick a route like I thought he should have did more records like boom, this record from like the last album or this record from like one of the classic records he maybe has, right? Or I thought you were gonna stay in the vein of this, or I think he needed a little more this, or the beat should be like this. And the whole time, what if his every move on that project was intentional? Meaning these people were picked because of a certain reason. Same for the musicians. Same for whatever happened. Um, so when you get this packaged album to review, you are now putting your biases over it and on it, and then expect that his album, that music, to operate how you see it. But what does that say about your best artist or whatever that you follow or like? If you looked at the music that kind of way, then what are they doing? You know what I mean? It's like, so how do I confidently say, let me see, how do I confidently say, so Sergio, if I take Sergio's new album, right? And so this is Sergio's maybe fourth album, and I've been listening since his first debut album, right? And then I get this new album, and I'm like, man, like, just it don't sound like. I remember, see, when I was listening to this, they start playing his records, right? Or man, it's like that first album when you can see the change from that to the second album. You see what he did here? It's like they're comparing you against a you that you'll never be again. They're comparing you to a you that you'll never be again. And they've made up a version of you in their head that they need you to meet. But the real twist is if you were like who they thought you were, then what will make you special? Yeah. What will make you special? If I operate in the same space that you need me to operate at all times, what will make me luck? Why would anybody hang? Why would anybody be in this room listening to me yap about a bunch of topics and some people I know and some people I don't know? You know, I agree with that statement. You've put your you put your near oh, this is crazy. You put your nearsighted biases on my new project. I'm not even allowed to. I don't know if I said it, but okay, I'll say it. So. I'm not even allowed to make the truest form of what I want to make because all these people are used to hearing me sing, you know. And the crazy part is that as a fan, a, a true fan, you should be, in my opinion, you should be willing to go wherever the artist wants to explore. Yeah, I don't need your biases on my. I don't need your biases on my. You know what I mean? On my album. You know what I mean? Like that's not it. Hold on one second. Bring my man Charles Dorsey in. You know, and I think that's not cool. You know, and you're right. Change is good sometimes. Change is good for sure. And I should be allowed to grow. I should be allowed to be like, you know what? And okay, I understand a drastic change. If it's my first album and you bought my album as I'm a rapper, you invested in me because you're maybe a song I like, you were into the rapper that's known to love. I can't come on my second album. I can if I want, but I wouldn't. Not a good business decision. I would go on my second album and then all of a sudden I'm R&B. And you're like, wait, what? Wait, what happened? It's like you got to regain another audience. You got to regain, like, who wants to do that? And it's not good business. But also, here's the thing, man. As a fan of music, or a viewer or a civilian outside of the culture of people who actually are artists that are crafting music, we should be. First of all, we should show a little more grace to artists that are trying to figure it out. They're trying to stay creative. They're trying to be the best they can be. They got pressure from the record label for having a certain kind of song or a certain kind of record that's going to impact them a certain kind of way. They may have moved their parents out the house or whatever the case may be, maybe take care of some people. There's a stresses from that. And then you just don't want to fail as a new artist. So I understand also as an artist to why you do some of the things you do that may seem like cookie cutterish, right? But I also I need us, I'm speaking to myself too, to grow with the artists that we like. We should be able to grow with the artists that we like. You know, I want. It's funny. I remember Joe Budden made that argument about Drake one time. This was before the Kendrick battle. He was saying how Drake, not to talk bad about Drake. I know, I don't know if Sexy Nate's in here or not, but no disrespect to Drake, but Drake hasn't allowed himself to grow up. He still wants to be the Drake he makes music like the Drake from 5 years ago, maybe. And I'm not talking about in terms of like quality. I'm talking about somebody who's growing with the time. Like you, if being at this Drake, if being at your big old age at this time, right? Whatever age that is, I think it's 30 something, right? Like you can't make a Marvin's Room today. Excuse me. I mean, you can, but eventually we looking at you like the old nigga in the club looking for young chicks. I'm out the way. I'm out the way. Right? You know what I mean? It's certain music I even turn off when I'm listening to because it may be too young for me. And when I say too young, I don't mean that in technically age. I just mean like it's a certain kind of uh um certain kind of subject matters and concepts that I'm not just listening to no more in my life because it's changed, right? So um yeah. You mean I get sometimes caught up with so much stuff in my head, you know. I just be like, yeah, man, you should be able to grow. Drake should be talking about at this point. You have the girls, you got the big crazy house, you're the king of quote unquote people. Um, I mean, you should be growing. I, is it look on Tyler the Creator's last CD, which I absolutely love. Chromacopia is a dope album, in my opinion. I love that album. He's on there talking about his feelings on like marriage and if he still wants to get, you know what I mean, to that place. His mind's on him about stuff in life and stuff like that. He's changing his mind on like fashion, how he views music or the world. Drake is growing. He's grown up. You know, you hear Nas new stuff. This is a grown man. It's almost a 50-year-old rapper rapping about stocks and stuff like that. That's what he should be. When Jay-Z did the 444 album, what did you expect? We talk about a grown man who's investing and is the owner of like at the time champagne and a football team, and your wife is Beyonce, for Christ's sakes. What are we talking about? Right? So his album 444 show with age. It gracefully, that's the time period he was in. rapping about that kind of stuff because it's gonna sound crazy if you almost 40, mid 40 something 50s, and you still talking about look at I don't mean to put him out disrespectfully, but I gotta use him for an example. Look at Jim Jones. I'm 45. Jim Jones gotta be older than me, maybe. Is he? I'm 45. I don't know how old Jim Jones is, but I'm thinking you gotta be around my age or older. Or maybe I'm older than him. I don't know. I could be, you know. But how long you gonna rap about certain things? It's not even like, here's the thing, it's not even like I remember Pusha T said one time on his We Got It For Cheap mixtapes. I don't know if y'all remember them. My real hip hop heads know what's up with We Got It For Cheap tapes, mixtapes. He was talking about the coke. And he said, on one of the punchlines, cook it till it's al dente. Mwah, magnifique. He said that in a rap, talking about cocaine. Cook it till it's al dente. Mwah, magnifique. What that little bar um, put in context is this is elevated coke rap. I'm not pushing me as Luck. I'm not saying pay attention to the coke rap part. What I'm saying is this is somebody from the streets who was you were once making music like the Weed Man and the dude who sold rocks in the trap house, right? And then you grew, at least no matter what the crime, illegal or not, no matter what it was, you grew with your age and life. Eventually you became the dude who had birds, or you shipped metric tons, or whatever these rappers be saying. Like, whatever, I can't keep up with everybody, but but there was a growth there to get to that. You know, Drake is still rapping like he's trying to impress the girl at my high school. That's, I don't know, that's kind of a problem. I want to make, I mean, yeah, I want to make, if you want to make music for all ages, for sure. But we know he's not technically making music for all ages. So just grow. You got to grow. You know what I mean? Drake, maybe they did, but oh, that's a fact. They know, and a lot of them don't care. But and we're not having that conversation, obviously. But here's the thing, because well, that's how we, how we look at women and men, right? A lot of times we would judge them by the people they mate. I'm sorry, not just mate, but by the people they date, right? um, ladies, you ever seen a guy that you found attractive, and then you finally seen him with his girlfriend or wife, and talk to yourself like, ugh, I'm not even attracted to him no more. He like that? Like, and same thing for the fellas. Fellas, you ever seen a woman that you thought was bad or whatever the case may be, whatever you thought, and then you seen her dude and was like, oh, she like this lame? That's the dude she like? Oh, you like that kind of? Which makes you, which now you're low key separating yourself from her, or vice versa him. You could look at somebody and start thinking like, yeah, nah, that's not me. So for somebody who can hear, I don't argue with people who argue past a point. If a point was made and you are just consciously, just purposefully ignoring a sign or you know what I'm trying to say, like a fact. If you try to bulldoze past a fact, then we don't have too much to talk about. You know. Nick, Nick crazy. But yeah, I think it should be there should be a space, there should be a time, there should be we should be allowed to grow with the music. And I think people like Jim Jones, like I said, Jim Jones just found it out. He found out that they called him talking about him crazy on his timeline. Talking about old niggas still talk about that. Oh, y'all still want to be this and that. Y'all still want to, you know. And you start to look crazy because they starting to make sense. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And I'll be tripping on that. It's funny. I gotta change this. Oh, hey, okay. Let's talk about growth. Here's. Okay, let me see. Do I have this? I don't think I have it. You talk about artists and growth, right? And I haven't heard all the music. I don't think I downloaded it. I think I have to have it on my phone. I didn't hear all the music, but YG had a track who just it just leaked, right? Or I think they released it now. So I'm not sure, but it's a YG track, and it talks about how the first line of the song says, "When I was young." Don't quote me on that. Wait, maybe I have it up here. No, I don't. Let me see. Let me see. I'm telling you right now. YG talks about his new record when he was young. Where's the YG record at? Yeah. Yeah, so let me see, 2004. Okay. Okay. It was a snippet, so the snippet was played on the Breakfast Club. Now I'm not gonna play a snippet here because of the language, right? And I don't need my page flagged, and I'm too early to be worried about getting my page messed up like that. But I can read you some of the lyrics. Now YG raps a little different, so excuse my pocket, right? Because I'm definitely not gonna be in the pocket of whatever you think. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you think it should be, right? So he said, when I was young, I got grape. You know, when I was young, I got sexually assaulted. He said, by a B twice my age. Picked me up from school, took me to hers, and I got laid. And since that day, I never looked that shit the same. He said, he continues that down the song somewhere. He said, my life is the same. Like I'm from Baby Gang. How I'm supposed to change with all the effed up stuff I've seen. Effed up, yeah, I know. Effed up and some more. I'm used to effing up, so I got to F up at the show. Effed up, yeah, I know. How effed up could I go? Nipsey left me how Biggie left Hove, right? And now if you hear the song, he rapped it in like YG tone of rap. Yeah, the way his tone is in rap, um, that's how YG rapped it, right? But I'm giving credit to him opening up. First of all, to say that on a song, it's 2020, it's 2025, and you talking about something that happened to you in 2004 when you were a child, basically, and talking about how you were sexually assaulted and what it did to you, how it affected you as a young adult, as a young teen, and as a grown man now, right? With how he is around people, how he deals with women. He said he's been affected. The song speaks on this some of the stuff too. He's been affected by these things, and it's like, damn, like I feel so sorry for him. Like I feel bad that he's dealing with that. I feel like, matter of fact, I'm gonna pray for him. I'm gonna pray for YG and his family. I'm gonna pray for, and I think his mom didn't even know. I think she found. The rumor is she found out when the record came out, the leak record dropped, and that's heavy. But my point is to that. It also is, first of all, YG, I salute you. I commend you for opening it up like that, being honest and pouring out your soul on a song, man. You did it the way you did it. You did it your YG style. You got the message across, and hopefully, you find closure in that matter. Hopefully you find comfort in that. And I pray you're okay. I do. I pray he's okay. I pray his family's covered. And I just pray that God continues to move him in a way that he sees fit. And hopefully, YG, hopefully he's leaning on God for understanding. You know, because to mention that it obviously you don't get over something like that. And it could be messing with him. Or maybe this is his way to process and release, right? No matter the case, I I'm proud of him for doing that and speaking out and speaking up. I'm extra proud of him for doing that. It's tough. It's tough. Um, I do want to say, well, I do take my hats off to you is that it's time for growth, and I think this is a sign that YG is consistently growing. Right? He's still on. This is a healing journey at this point. You know what I mean? It's a healing journey at this point. That man, that man, he and I think after once you start getting to your third, fourth, fifth album, like if your audience still don't know the real you, that's a problem. You know, you can't like when are they gonna learn who you are as a person? You know what I mean? And I think YG did in his way because it wasn't like let me tell you, it wasn't like I heard the record. I can't play it here, like, but I heard the record. It wasn't like it was. Um, Super soft voice and crying in the back. It was almost like the regular YG voice, but like a horrible situation that happened. And you can tell it messes with him. And you can also tell that this is the first time he probably said that out loud, maybe in years. He just blurted it out. The ultimate, like, let me get it out the way. Yeah, man, it's not. And Sunshine, look, I pray. I'm praying for you also. Anybody in this chat, I do want to pray. Well, this is my chat, so I do get serious and I pray for people, and I'm a man of God, and I'm gonna be all over the place sometime. But I do want to say this, Sunshine Baby, and whoever else in the chat, um, life has been, for lack of better terms, not to be dismissive, super tough for a lot of us. A lot of us. A lot of y'all has went through a lot of things. You've been through a lot of things, and some of them are unspeakable. Some of them are, it's like it was tough, but you got through. No matter the case, you didn't deserve none of it. That's one, right? And God can heal all, even the wounds you can't see, right? So I'm gonna pray for all you guys. I'm gonna pray for anybody who's dealing with some hurt. I'm gonna pray for anybody that needs healing. Because as I'm praying for you guys, I need the same. I'm hurting in lots of ways. I'm hurting lots of ways. I'm broken in lots of ways. And I just I want to encourage y'all to keep God first. That's how you heal for real, right? We're gonna do our therapy. I'm in therapy now. I'm in therapy right now. We're gonna do our therapy, but we gotta keep God first. God's gonna take care of those wounds you can't get to. Those wounds the doctors can't fix, right? And sometimes the wounds so deep, the therapist can't get to them, right? So I'm praying for everybody in the chat that dealing with that dealt with any kind of negative thing in their lives. I want to pray that God continues to cover you all. I want to pray for his everlasting grace and favor over your lives. I pray that he keeps you protected. I pray that your plans align with his plans only. I pray for elevation in all of your lives, and I pray for only good things to come. Keep the devil and bad spirits from around you. Keep them at bay. I pray over your houses, and I pray over your homes and your children's heads that God will continue to protect you all. I'm serious about this because I'm serious about my own life and who I'm around in my spaces, right? And I believe that God is a God of answered prayers. So I believe once we pray and once we come together and really encourage one another to be just hold each other down, I believe we can deal with a lot of stuff we deal with by ourselves. Sometimes it takes community. Sometimes it's hard to find that in your house or with maybe old friends or at work, right? So if I got to build a space here or we got to build a space somewhere else or whatever, I'll open the ground where I'll open my floor, I'll open my door to say, hey, my room's for that. If you feel like you can't get prayer nowhere else, you feel like, well, I know if I go to Lux channel, I can get it there. Yes, you can get it here. And I'm praying for you all. I am. I am. It's tough. I didn't even see it. I didn't even see this going here. Um, but I'm glad it did because I'm glad I got to pray for you guys. Like I said, God is a God of answer prayers. And once I pray, I'm not even worrying no more. Once I pray, it's the ultimate let it go. Then you watch God work after that. You know what I mean? And I know that I know it's a good thing. I know he's a good thing. And I know you'll do much better with him in your life than without. Right? So just be mindful of that. Please keep leaning on him for everything, for all your answered everything. Right? And you're gonna be okay. But that's what kind of space we're building here. We building a space where we can laugh, we can joke, we can clown, fall out our chairs, have dope conversations with other dope people, um, dope interviews. And also, if you need prayer, we're gonna pray for you. If you need a good word, I don't care if we gotta open our Bibles one day and get into it. I don't care if we gotta hold you down and we gotta cry with you one time. We're gonna get into it. Right? So and I feel no way about it. This is the kind of space I wanna build here. You know, brick by brick, slowly but surely. I'm excited about what's to come for this page, and I'm also excited for um, the future of this page and the conversations we'll be having because it's going to be heartfelt, and I don't mean like sad all the time. I just mean like it's going to be good conversation where we all get to um, enjoy, just enjoy our time in these spaces together. You know what I mean? So um, yeah, man, yeah. So thank y'all for stopping by today. Thank y'all for stopping by today. I know we talked so long before I actually got into the context of what the little thumbnail was about. We talked about it a little bit, but I think that's the good thing. I'll change the thumbnail later, but I also love just talking to y'all too. Some of the conversations we have just in the chat is just dope, and we ain't gonna stay on topic every time. Sometimes we're gonna wander off. Sometimes we're gonna go over here. I mean, we always you see we just broke into prayer last little minute, but I do appreciate y'all, man. Um, if you haven't, don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. I'm trying to build a thing here so I can do great things, and I appreciate y'all. I do. I appreciate you all of y'all. You know what I mean? Excellent, man. Excellent conversation. I'm just proud to be here, and I want to continuously make dope stuff, man. I'm glad that. Oh, and I want to do. I think I want to do. See, I said it before, but I didn't really stick to it. But I think I can do it. I think I can go. I don't know if that'd be a lot. I don't know what y'all think. I think I want to go after Rio does the AM Wake Up Show. I want to start up with Luck, or maybe I'll change the name. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep that name at like 10, like 9 or 10 or 11 or something like that. I still want to do my I gotta figure it out. But as long as I stay consistent, I know people can start to trust it'll be there, and then instead of looking, they'll know it'll be there. They can just jump on whenever y'all want, whatever. So I'm gonna figure that part out too. Um, so I still got to come up with a good Sunshine Baby. You got my back. I appreciate you for any kind of support because I'm trying to build. I gotta pay for this. I gotta pay for this program too. The reason why I be getting off so early too because this is a free program, and they be I gotta end my broadcast. I can only stream for 2 hours, and they'll end it. So I've been on for 1 hour and 36, but I got some stuff to do at 5 o'clock. But I appreciate y'all um just being here. You know what I'm saying? You know, I love it too. Yeah, the chat is always engaging. Let's see. So about to go in here. watch a little TV. I got to get ready to go to. I'll probably go live a little later, but if I do, it's gonna be in the studio, so it's not. I'm be just like showing y'all stuff, baby. So I'm gonna probably go live on my phone. That'd be cool too. I'll just show y'all what we got going on. Yeah, maybe I'll go live later. That might be cool. Anyway, but I'll keep y'all posted, man. Um. So, oh wait, hold up. What happened? Hold up, my brother. You just now jumping in,
Yeah, man. Looks like you getting up.
man. I was like, where's that sound come from? So, so they got me on the. I'm on the free. I'm on the free program right now. So they kicking me off in
Okay.
basically 10, 20 minutes. But
Okay.
since I have you here, I do want to say, first of all, how you doing?
Oh man, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing
Man,
good.
it's really blessed to have you here. For those who don't know, this is my guy, Charles Dorsey, Dr. Charles Dorsey. And they can find you on Instagram on is it the Dr. Dorsey?
Yeah, it is the Dr. Dorsey. I probably should have put that in my name. Let me put it in there real quick.
It's the Dr. Dorsey.
Yeah.
Follow him for all your fit nutrition, diet, fit needs. And when I say diet, I don't mean like you eat like a bird and then that's not how he get down. That's not how he teach you to get it together. And he's really big on just fitness and getting yourself together. I know it doesn't look like I'll be listening because of my voluptuous shape, but that's my brother. So we already friends anyway. So I may eventually get mine together. But y'all
Yes,
don't
sir.
worry about me. Y'all get yourself together and, and follow my good brother, Dr. Dorsey, man. This is my guy, man.
Yeah.
First of all, man, I'm proud of you too, man, because you've been going hard daily on Instagram and your social with your promoting, doing your videos, staying consistent. And I'm telling you that because these are the same thing my man Rios and Rob tells me about myself. And I love for us to keep championing each other to keep going, to keep moving forward. And that's
Yeah.
the only way we're going to actually build something and make something great in this new space that we're venturing into. You know what I mean? How
Yeah,
does it feel
man.
to you about being such a new space?
Hey man, this consistency game is a real one. I'm actually really proud, man. Hey Sunshine, what's good? What's good? Hey man, I'm really humbled, man. I feel like I figured something out even just this morning, man. I posted something and I re-recorded it this morning. I'm about to republish it, man. I did a session on the things that they don't tell you about fat loss, bro, and it is fire. I mean,
Really?
I'm impressed with it, bro. I did 35 minutes, man, and I shared the 5 things that they don't tell you, bro, and it's dope, bro. Like I'm so excited about it. So I'm about to premiere it before the night is over. But man, I've been getting my chops. I'm starting to really, really lean into this. I'm dropping fitness secrets like crazy, man. I don't know if I should just drop one, but I was talking. One of the things that really, really sort of got me kicked off today was they don't tell y'all that the scale be lying. You
Wait, what
understand?
you mean?
The
You got wait, what?
scale, the scale, the scale. This is
The
what they
scale
don't
that we
tell
stand, the
y'all.
weight scale, the what we supposed to
Yeah,
believe,
yeah,
be lying?
yeah. The fat. If you're trying to lose fat, the scale is not telling the truth. First of all,
What?
you need to understand that the scale is talking, whether you hear it or not. When you get on that thing and you look down, that scale is sending you a message. And sometimes that message be playing with your head, thinking that that number somehow gives you an idea of how much you've progressed, gives you an idea of how much you've moved forward. And it's not true because the scale never measures muscle. It never measures discipline. It never measures loss of inches. It doesn't measure some of the things.
Right. Okay.
So
Right.
oftentimes the scale is not telling the truth, and people will allow that scale to dictate their confidence and dictate their commitment, man. So I started off talking about that, but when I really, really thought about it, man, there was one piece where I was like, man, it's just so good, bro. So, anyways, I'm happy with it. I'm finishing up the 21-day eating well challenge. People have lost weight. Some people have lost more than 10 pounds in 21 days. People are happy about their results. they're sending me messages like, "Oh man, I made this decision today," or I finally meal prepped, or I've been really, really taking your advice. So I'm juiced, man. And
dude.
um,
That's I think, and that's the thing, right? If we do, even if it's one, look, I'm telling myself that, like, one subscriber at a time,
yeah,
right?
bro.
And
Look,
I
somebody
hope,
somebody actually that I didn't know was watching took my video and said, "Man, I watch him all the time," and shared it. And I said, "I didn't even know you was watching, bro." Because you get on here and sometimes the numbers. So this is important. All right, now I got to drop a bar. Just like the scale doesn't tell the whole story, neither does these numbers on the live. You have to go like you are committed, whether people are watching or not,
right.
because you really don't know who's watching, bro.
That's right,
You really don't know. And the thing is, some people actually give their effort based on those numbers.
for sure,
And that's shallow
for
commitment, bro.
sure, for sure.
So, anyways, man,
Because 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 you let the people tell you which way you should go. If you believe in it, you're gonna move regardless.
listen, if
I
you
know
watching, right? Listen, if you watching, write this down. Real talk. Discipline doesn't need an audience. Just
that's
take
a
it.
bar.
Discipline
That's a
doesn't
bar.
need an audience. Listen,
That's a bar.
motivation does. Discipline does not. Like the prerequisite for discipline is not an audience, it's your decision. The prerequisite for motivation is an audience, which is why motivation, since we in the music space, can I just please quote something that you should recognize? There's a great song that you may be able to tie this to. Motivation is a rolling stone. It moves without your permission. Discipline is supposed to be the permanent resident. So sometimes people come to fitness and they expect motivation to be a permanent
True,
resident,
true.
and it was never intended to be that way. Discipline is supposed to be the thing that you deal with. Discipline is supposed to be the thing that you hold on to. Motivation is intended to spark and leave. Motivation is like a one night stand. Discipline is what you get married to. And so if people understand that, then when motivation leaves, you're not upset. I'm helping somebody. That when
For
motivation
sure.
leaves, you expected motivation to leave. That's why you heard motivation's voice, but you married discipline. Listen, I'm going real deep now.
Oh, now,
Listen.
come on, come on. Oh, look, guys, she asked, does Dr. Dorsey have a YouTube channel?
Yes, I do. It's called, well, you can find it at the Dr. Dorsey, but it's called the Next Level Inspiration Community. I'll put it in the chat.
You need one that's your name.
Well, yeah, I did. I changed it.
Okay.
Yeah, I changed
Because
it
that's
to,
the easy way to find you. Because for
yeah,
people that are looking at Dr. Dorsey, you known as Dr. Dorsey every day on IG. You're building your following.
right.
You're on mine right now.
If you type in Dr. Charles Dorsey, you'll find it. If you
Okay.
type
But if
in,
they, what I'm saying is, so just
yeah,
mind you that people are, you got to always look at it like the people, me being a people, and they
yeah,
being people, they need the easiest way to find you, right? So if the easier way, just say if they say Charles Dorsey, right, and then it ends up being two Charles Dorseys, right,
yeah,
and
yeah,
they like I don't
yeah.
know which one. People sometimes will be like, all right, I'm tired of looking.
Yeah, yeah. So it is. It is. I'm gonna put it now. I'm gonna change my name again, but it says
I
at.
think I think just my opinion. Now, it's all right. We're a group, right? We're a group. We help each other. Ask the guys what they think about that, because the easiest thing for me to do is find the person we know. Who,
Uh,
if I find Dr. Dorsey who makes videos on Instagram, the first thing I do is put Dr. Dorsey when I go to YouTube.
yes,
And if it don't pop up, I'm done looking for it,
yes,
which most of us usually would be,
yes,
right? Because
yes,
there's no because your name is more famous than your YouTube name.
yes,
You got to mind, you've been operating in your name.
yes,
You know what I mean? So make it the easiest way to look. For me, what happened with me too was I had to change. So my name was never Bad Luck. First of all, I changed my whole name in real life, right? So I couldn't name it Bad Luck YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So, but I also knew I would be operating in a space where I had a podcast with somebody who had a following, my man Rios, and I understand that Good Luck would be that name, right? I wish I could change it on Instagram. They won't let me change it, right?
yeah,
So I made sure Good Luck on TV. So let me Good Luck TV. let me build that since I already had a following that connects to Good Luck. They knew I couldn't change on Instagram, so it was easier for me to make that shift. If
Yeah.
there was any other way to do it, though, I would have did what I just told you to do.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, oh yeah, nah, just make it easier for people because they can't find you or can't spell it or it's too long or something, whatever.
Yeah.
That's why I hate to see people Instagram names. They got like it's a Dr. Charles and then underscore 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 underscore. I don't even know how many underscores that is. So I'll
Yeah.
stop looking for it.
Yeah.
Not the George is that.
Yeah.
I know it's not, but
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Well, you can find me. I mean, I'm
They know they found you. People are finding you now.
yeah.
He said long names. He said long names.
Yeah. I'm actually updating it as we speak.
Yeah, I think, and that's just me giving. I'm giving you like that's what I was told.
Yeah.
Because
So, all right, so,
before it was Good Luck TV, it was something else, huh?
listen, we could do this live. So yours is Good Luck TV.
Yep.
I could do Dr. Dorsey TV. I ain't trying to steal your stuff. Not like we could steal, but you know.
No, what you mean? You can do whatever you want. You can do Dr. Dorsey, the Dr. Dorsey TV, as long as your name, because you've been building a following on that.
Yeah.
So if people go to YouTube, look, if Sunshine Baby didn't ask, the first thing somebody probably would have did was, what's his name? Dr. Dorsey? Let me go looking for him on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then what if they got to fight Dr. Dorsey with another Dr. Dorsey?
Yeah.
You know, which could happen probably. It's like 3 or 4 bad lucks to pop up when you talk. Well, I done built a following for myself, so mine usually is first. But it's still like 3 other bad lucks out here somewhere.
Yeah.
You know? And Good Luck TV, there's a Good Luck spell with the K.
Yeah, I'm changing it right now.
That's going to help you a lot, and it's going to make it easier for you. So when people see, when you start to have your watermarks on videos or your name, it's going to be YouTube and IG under the same moniker. So people can know it's easy to look for you. You know what I mean?
I won't. I
think that's going to help you. And here's the best advice about it. Here's the best advice about it. Thank God we didn't have to do this. We were 100,000 followers up.
Yeah.
You want it while we new and don't got no followers right now, subscribers, while we're building.
Yeah.
Then this the perfect time to you can change it, get it together, get it straight, and then try to figure that part out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's there now.
Somebody said, "Are you from Long Beach?"
I attend church in Long Beach. I'm from.
I wonder why you asked that.
I'm from Compton.
Okay, forgot it.
Well, they would ask if they've seen me in Long Beach. You would have seen me in Long Beach if you go to church in Long Beach.
Okay.
You know, I'm not well known in the cities. Depends on which. Look, remember Luck? You know, we all got a pass.
We all right.
We all got a pass now.
Hey, Big Leaf of Faith, I thank you. I know you said you followed here just now. You made it late to the live, but you made it just on time. I'm about to log out because I know my time is running up. But I'm so glad you fell in here, man. I want to show you some love. First of all, I don't know if it's man or woman. I don't want to confuse it. Big Leaf, I'm still learning everybody, so I want to misgender anybody.
Wait, but let me give you your flowers in 60 seconds, though. Since that's all we got.
I appreciate you.
Hey, bro, super proud of you. This is super impressive. It is a true testament to somebody who, when they say something, they actually do it. For those of you who are following Luck, you know he's one of the most sincere and caring and really just next level integral people. And that's why you follow him. Obviously, he's connected to people who have appreciated him over the years. But if you're just meeting him, you are looking at a standard. You're looking at a stable. You're looking at a very, very well-anchored leader, family man, and certainly somebody is just good to know. I just want to salute you. Thank you for everything that you're doing. I'm chasing you, okay? And believe I'm hey, but when I get up on the stage with these muscles and I'm flexing, trust me, you're going to be chasing me. You understand what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I appreciate that, man. I'm anytime I get my flowers, especially while we can smell them, I appreciate it. And that's why I spend my time giving. Well, you the same. We spend our time giving people their flowers now. I don't want to wait till later. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that. And I want us to, when we can, because I got some cool topics also. I need to start a podcast. I need to start a live and then you come on early. Instead of me starting and I invite y'all later, I need to already have topics and I want to bring you in because I know how much value that they'll get from hearing you speak, period.
Hey, yo, Cluck, though, I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking. I got to go. I know we got to go. I'm thinking about doing a morning devotional every morning, bro.
bro. You first of all, you should do it. Let me say that. My man Rios, that's one of my partners in podcasting. He has an AM wake up show. He's up at 5 and 6 o'clock every morning on live stream.
I'm thinking about doing it, bro.
You should do it then.
Because the way this stuff is cutting up, I got too much to say. I need a place to give it.
Exactly.
I'm too full, bro. So anyway,
I need to follow your suit, because if we start to make a consistent time of showing up, then people can depend on us being there. So we can depend on them, being a part of the community. So right now I'm random because I'll be jumping on when I can, but I need to make it. I need to be like, okay, I'm every day at 9 or 10 or whatever. I'll be online, so they'll know that, okay, if I'm doing whatever I do, I can count on Dr. Dorsey being on devotional this morning, or I can count on Luck having a show going on in the. You know what I mean? So yeah. Hey, but what's that? Bloss? What the deal? Thanks for falling in, man. I'm so, man. People falling in now, but we about to roll out. I feel like I don't have a lot of
buy the subscription.
time.
What are you talking about? Just buy more time. Buy more time.
Oh, man. You know what's funny? I was still telling myself I was working out the app. I'm like, man, I know I want this. I'm gonna use this.
What you doing? What you hesitating for? What are we talking about? You up here? You up here like?
No, but hey, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for falling in. Thank you, my brother. We're gonna do one of these though, and it's gonna. First of all, you already know.
That's easy.
We get to talk about anything. You already know what's gonna go down. We get to talking, so I'll make sure we got some good topics, and we gonna lock in, and we gonna schedule it that way. My people's to know, and your people's to know that we're actually doing it at this time on this day.
Yes,
so we can do that ASAP. So I'll text you after this. I'll text you after this. We're getting going.
Thank you to those people who followed me, man. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And shout out to the chat. Shout out to my community, man. Super dope community. They been holding me down. They, really, really be looking out, saying good things, really encouraging other people. They speak to each other. I love the chat because they talk to each other. It's a community, and it's dope to have those people in here. Really, not just listening to your conversation. They're adding to the conversation, the different ideas. They're not just agreeing with you because you're you. So I have a really dope community that I'm building up, and I'm excited about what's to come from this channel. And I thank y'all, chat, because y'all be holding me down, man. And I appreciate y'all for sticking it out with me this time. We did an hour and 55 today. Yeah, and to your point, I'm gonna get it. It's gonna be. I'm gonna just pay for it and then get on with it. But
Bro,
I appreciate y'all following through, man.
First comment.
Huh?
I just got my first comment on my video, bro.
Come on, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, I got
to go, man. Come on. Come on, man. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. Thank y'all for coming out, man. I'm about to log off. I'm gonna get with y'all. I'll be online tomorrow. I think I'm gonna do tomorrow after Rio's show. I'm gonna come up with a schedule, but I'll be on live tomorrow, so y'all be looking out for that. Dr. Dorsey, I'll let you know ASAP. We're gonna do ours too. And I'll be at y'all chat. Thank you. Thank y'all for coming by. Thank y'all. I love y'all, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow for sure. We out.
Later.